Okay, so for the AVEA, we're going to go ahead and change to a volume SIMV mode. So we can just tap up top here, click volume SIMV, and we can go ahead and put our settings in. So a tidal volume of 700, a rate of 12, an I time of 1 second with an FiO2 of 40, PEEP of 5, and pressure support of 10. Okay, so we have our basic settings in. We can go ahead and accept our mode. We always want to check our advanced settings to make sure we don't have, like this, for example, VSync. We want to have that off because we want to actually be in volume SIMV. We don't want to be in SIMV PRVC. So we have VSync off. Now, we see a different advanced setting under our pressure support because we didn't have a pressure support setting in the last mode. So, pressure supported breaths, we can have a volume limit, a rise on our pressure supported breaths, an expiratory cycle time on our pressure supported breaths, and a pressure supported breath time max. So, maximum amount of time. So, we'll go ahead and set all those appropriately. And most of these you want to be similar, just slightly larger than your machine breaths. So, we are still in below our bias flow, so we're still in flow triggering, so we want to have that as sensitive as possible without auto triggering. Okay, so the question is, how many breaths are machine if we start triggering our ventilator at a rate of 20? So, let's see. We can see our waveforms change color, so we know that we have spontaneous breath. So, look at the changes in your waveforms. So you see how one looks really like a machine breath, it's just yellow, and then one looks like kind of a spontaneous breath, right? So those yellow ones are your machine breaths. They are patient-triggered machine breaths. And then those other ones like that, those are your spontaneous breaths. So how many machine breaths will be delivered? Well, you have a set rate of 12. So you have 12 machine breaths that are patient-triggered, and you have 8 spontaneous breaths.